Okay, in this section we're going to do another problem where we're going to get some more practice applying the multiplication rule of probability with a slightly different scenario. So we're going to use the same data as before, but here we're going to select 2 of the 1,000 test subjects. We're randomly selecting them. We want to find the probability the first person selected had a true positive test result, or TP1 as I designated it here, and the second person selected had a true negative test result, or TN2 as I designated it here. You need to solve this problem both for part A, assuming the 2 selections are made with replacement, and part B, assuming the 2 selections are made without replacement. Now, be very careful. Notice that the first selection would be a true positive result, while the second one would be asking for a true negative. Thus, you cannot automatically subtract a 1 from both parts of this problem. You need to stop and look at this very carefully and work your way through it step by step. So, pause the video here, go through and work through both of these problems, both part A and part B, and then when you've got your answers, turn the video back on, advance to the next slide where we're going to check the answers together. Alright, here are the answers that you should have got for making the selections with replacement. The number of people that we have for a true positive are 44, and we would divide that then by the 1,000 people. If we're looking at the probability then of getting a true negative for the second drawing, that's going to be 860 people were a true negative. And again, we divide that by 1,000. So taking those and multiplying them through, we would get for the probability of getting a true positive first and then a true negative would be 0.0378. Alright, now looking at part B, this is where you're making the selections without replacement. So, notice when we're looking at this, again, the first part stays the same. True positive would be 44 divided by 1,000. However, notice, again, that we're looking at the types of true negatives. Since we did not select a negative person from the previous sample, we selected a true positive. Our total number of ways in which a true negative selection can occur is still 860. And we're dividing it in this case by 999 because that is the new possible number of individuals in our sample. Working this through, this gives us the probability for this problem of 0.0379. Now, if you did not get the correct answers, check to make sure you correctly identified the events as independent or dependent. And next, check to make sure you subtracted correctly. Notice the first probability is asking about a true positive, while the second is asking about a true negative. So if you automatically subtracted 1 from both the denominator and the numerator for the problems, you were not reading the question carefully, and you need to slow it down. Remember, the goal here is not to solve the problem the fastest, but to solve the problem accurately. So if you got this correct, excellent attention to detail on your part. If not, go back, identify where you made your mistakes, and fix that, and add into your notes that you need to stop before you start plugging numbers into the formula, and make sure you're understanding how the selection is going to affect the total number of both the possible ways that an event can occur and the total number of overall simple events.